Oral Roberts head coach Russell Sprigman was honest about his assessment of his team so far this season. They've struggled on the road. He said they've struggled to find an identity, and that inconsistency on the road has led to just 2 wins. Well, that point is magnified in a place like Frost Arena, where South Dakota State over the past 13 seasons have lost just 12 times. Top of the key, step back triple, wants it, and he hits it. Zeke Mayo. 24 points for Mayo, his 3rd triple. And Akron will call a timeout with 2:27 left. This might be his best coaching job in recent history because of all the injuries and all the adversity that they've had to overcome. But we heard him last week, and he talked about it's more than just a player going down. It's a human that's having their season stripped away from them. Hit over, Summers dives under his glove. A run's going to score. Here's a throw to the plate, not in time. Dunlap slides in, and North Dakota State puts a 7 spot in the 9th. Winker takes a snap, floats it downfield, looking for a man, and it's picked off by South Dakota State. Tucker Large is right there. The sophomore from Sioux Falls dancing across midfield, across the 40, across the 30, has blocks down the 20, inside the 10, and he's inside the 5, and he's in there. A touchdown for South Dakota State. All right, let's jump into a new segment. We'll do some stock talk like Jim Cramer, right? Helen Gold, your last name is pretty close to the medal that you're about to receive again. You go back-to-back in this event. Coach Amar said that there's some sort of formula that you have kind of working for this team. What is that formula? He wouldn't tell me. And then, of course, golf is golf, and the next day you could go out and shoot a 77.
Oh, absolutely.
You said back on March 20th, after your team lost 7-6 to Utah, that they turned a corner and you saw a fight for the first time in a year and a half since you've been at Northern Colorado. What type of fight did you see from your team today?
Getting down like that and then having to come back in it was special.
To his team was get stops. It's all about stops right now, and it is. This season, when South Dakota State has given up 71 points to opponents, they are just 2-11. The same goes for Oral Roberts. It's the 71-point mark. They're just 4-11. South Dakota State is unbeaten when they hold teams to 70 or less. 25 points, another big performance against Oral Roberts. You had 41 2 years ago down in Tulsa. What is it about playing against ORU?
They're always a good team, and it's always an exciting game.
Full count. Hit into center field, tailing away from Getzman, into the gap, and it drops at the warning track. Getzman quickly gets it in. 1 run will score, and that'll be it. An RBI double from Jake Schaffner. Oh, nice move to send him all the way back across. Herrero Cuesta showing why he is the best in the Summit by winning that point. Mayo, top of the key, triple, yes! Zeke Mayo. Let's see if he goes Uncle Charlie again to close out the inning. High fastball, got him to Chase. Story through 6. There's a block. Fava keeps it up at the net. Hart tries to dump it over into the soft spot. Winterfeld is there. Kill attempt, and there's the kill. Katie Van Egdom. Her 22nd kill comes at the biggest point in this match. In March, teams with veteran leadership tend to have a lot of success. You guys have a lot of veteran leadership on your team. How has that experience come into play here in the last couple of days here?
I feel like every game's been big for us.
Now she is. Drake in prime position to do something special on their home court as Matija Matic manipulates the court to his favor. Both of South Dakota State's men's and women's teams are sitting in first place. The women continue to dominate despite losing Madison Vlaston for the season. The Jacks are on a 12-game winning streak and remain unbeaten in league play. This team is dominant. Probably what has been the most difficult challenge this season after a start the way that you guys did. How did you battle back to get to this point? Mike Anderson knows how to win in the postseason. Won a couple of Big 12 titles as the head coach at Nebraska in the early 2000s. Took Nebraska to the 2005 College World Series. 5 NCAA tournament appearances. He said when he was offered this job at his alma mater, there were some people that told him, hey, maybe you're not ready to get knocked down a couple of times. And it seemed like a quick process from the periphery to be in year 2 and have Northern Colorado playing, as he calls it, meaningful baseball at this point in the season, playoff baseball. but he said it's been a long process. It's been very slow. And when you're 0-21, you're kind of looking around looking for answers, and there aren't many out there.
During the 2019 NBA playoffs, Draymond Green proudly proclaimed that he is the best defender in the NBA. It was a statement that was received with immediate criticism. He responded the next day saying, quote, "As a competitor, you're trying to do something meaningful. If you don't have that mindset that you're the best ever, you've failed already." 16 months ago, Frankie Fidler declared that he believed he is the best player in the Summit League. In a league that included an All-American and NBA draft hopefuls, perhaps Fidler was just a year early. Still, it's that mindset that has allowed him to take the reins of an upstart Omaha team and push them to first place in the Summit League. Like Draymond Green, Fidler has played with that confidence on his sleeve, and he's making a real case at being the best in the Summit.
Can you put into words, when you kind of start seeing these performances pile up on top of each other, what it means to you to know, okay, I am who I say I am?
I tell myself before every game, trust the stuff you did when no one was watching, so the people who are watching can enjoy what you're producing.
7:20 to go, and there's Frankie Fidler.
I think to get to this point, a lot of people really don't understand how much you have to truly love the game that you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get over those humps of early in the morning, it's cold out, -20 out like it was a couple weeks ago, and you get here to the gym and you get shots up?
Just seeing the bigger picture, knowing how much you love the game and what you'll do to go play the game. So I think, just not letting outside things affect what you really want to do, especially on the court.
White runs it down to the free throw line. Osborne up top, wing left Fidler for three. That's good, and the Mavericks have the lead.
6'7", you have a unique skill set at that size. I don't think a lot of guys in the mid-major game or really in the college game have that. Have you gotten any sort of feedback or any scouts or anything like that? People showing up, starting to take notice?
I've heard from a few people. My AAU coach reached out to me and told him that, and he told me that some people reached out to him about me and kind of just seeing how I was on the court, off the court. So the attention is definitely picking up for me, and I'm just blessed to be in the position I am.
As a team right now, you guys are right there. You guys were picked, I believe, 7th coming into the season. Not a lot of high hopes from the media and I guess the coaches around the league for this Omaha program. What's your message to those people that voted for you guys to be lower than you are and kind of what you're projected to finish?
When those preseason polls came out, we kind of took it with a grain of salt because we knew the talent we had on this team and we knew what we're capable of. And the season's not over yet, but we are in front of where they picked us right now, and we could really finish in the top 2 or 3 in this league. Just to all those people that didn't pick us, just we're coming, and Omaha's here to stay in the top half of the league.
I'm very happy, and it's a very important game. I mean, I just want to put on for them and just put on for everyone else that I know that can just compete somewhere and do something really good in basketball and just for their community.
Basketball is bigger than a game. It's an opportunity. South Dakota senior Mason Archambault and North Dakota freshman Trayson Eaglestaff have taken a hold of that and hope others will follow in their footsteps.
Words can't even describe how just grateful I am for this position that I'm in. I mean, I remember I worked at camp for Lindy Waters at third. He plays at OKC. He's Native American. Got to talk to Kyrie before, Native American. He was over at White Shield. And I just see how all the Native Americans look up to him.
It just means a lot that I can still carry it on and being a role model for younger people.
On Saturday, hundreds of people traveled from across the region for South Dakota's second Native American Heritage Game and to see their role models play each other. Post-game pictures were, of course, included. North Dakota won the game, but the result is far from the story. It's one of perseverance.
I think about that every single game because I didn't come straight from high school here. I took a long road, different road than a lot of people. So I just never stopped giving up and just kept reaching for my dreams, and then eventually you'll get there.
A finalist for South Dakota's Gatorade Player of the Year out of high school, Archambault went to JUCO Gillette College before transferring to South Dakota in 2020.
Really have to buy in, don't you?
Yeah, you have to buy in a lot. Yeah, you have to be all in every single day, every practice. There's a lot of sacrifices you got to make from basketball, like being away from home. It's tough sometimes, but like you got to do what you got to do.
All in?
All in. Yeah, all in. Yeah.
The two choose to share their experiences with hopes that the next wave of athletes are inspired.
Reservations are really hard to live on, especially because not really that much money put into them. It's not just not a place where you want to live, but like people live there and it's hard to make it off. Putting on for like little kids like that can see like Native Americans can come as long as you just work hard and dedicate yourself to it. I mean, it's just a blessing for me to speak to little kids and just the community that you can do something with your life if you just work hard and put your mind to it.
Sports can be the great equalizer. The journeys differ. Eagle staff wants to use his platform to make that journey just a little easier.
There's so many people that have like a voice that don't really use it. For kids like North Dakota example, I went to the Wyatt every day of my life, and I just see so many kids there working and trying to get an opportunity to go somewhere in life, but we just don't get the opportunity. You're like, we have bad home lives. I just want to put on for them and everyone that I know that just deserves a shot.
Mason Archambault and Trayson Eaglestaff, playing for something bigger, playing for the future.